I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine! Ken!
Sarah!
Sark. Don't forget Gerry.
Hey, it's Brian Posehn, and you're listening to Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends. Hi, friends.
Hi, Brian.
Nerd pokerist.
I'm dead.
Is that a ghost?
I'm still dead.
And cue chattering teeth to jump out of mouth, yell it's a ghost.
It was real funny to see, like, on Twitter on Wednesday, kind of as, who was listening East Coast and how early.
The news slowly
and just
traveling.
kind of as it went,
A
lot of condolences, a lot of, like...
No!
yeah.
A single engine plane has just flown into a monomarth.
Yeah.
People probably thought it was a celebrity hoax.
People liked...
A monomarth
Going
plane
out
went
with-
down over the Pacific Ocean.
going out in a
funny.
blaze of curse words and all that.
Radar, get a mask on.
And some epic art.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the art.
Oh, I haven't seen the art. Pictures of me dying? I haven't seen that.
I looked in the forum. The thing
I gotta go back
The
on the
thing that
forum.
cracked me up. Somebody redid Gravity and added your name.
The fucking
it's
the movie.
Don't let go.
I won't see.
Don't let go.
We gotta
That's
start. We gotta start getting the. Oh, Ken's on it. He's bringing up the forum so we can give.
You guys really
I
made
just
it.
loved you glowing in the golden afterlife with Obi-Wan.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I like the one with
Somebody
you.
put one on Twitter that really made me laugh, and it was maybe Obi-Wan was that, but it was a bunch of dead guys. It was just me, like,
Right.
Oh, and
Wasn't one of them
famous
Fredo
guys.
from The Godfather?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
One of them was
There's
a dog,
some funny
wasn't it?
shit.
It was a...
Wasn't Hitler in there too? I don't know.
I like the one that showed your
Now we're-
body
now
bent
we're just
in half
adding
with
guys
your
that you
face
wanna hang
between
out
your
with.
knees and your spinal column sticking out of your
Do
back.
what? Somebody drew what?
Yeah, you'll see.
People care.
So I was in Dallas this week, and it was the first...
The show?
The first...
What's
stand-up
Larry
shows.
Hagman like?
And also, Gerry and I were at New York Comic Con, and a lot of people,
Yeah, there were a lot of
listeners came up, and
That's cool.
I got the hand on the shoulder, like I had a dog die, or
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, man.
I also
There's
had
a lot of those.
I also had a guy when I was signing say, oh, I love Nerd Poker, and I was like, oh, cool, are you up to date? And he was like, yeah. And then I was like, well, I don't know what Brian's going to roll up next. And he goes, oh, I didn't listen to this week's.
Yeah, Scott, you spoiled it.
Poor
for someone.
bastard.
Yeah.
Scott got
Yeah.
What'd you
I
do?
gave it a 3-day buffer before I tweeted out anything, but it wasn't long enough.
Oh, after it aired?
that's
Oh,
Yeah.
so by Friday or Saturday, somebody
Yeah.
still hadn't.
I got to be more mindful.
But you
of that.
have a card there.
I think
Yeah, I
people
do.
binge on them.
So
Yeah.
Friday night at my show in Fort Worth, and Hyena's a club I play every year, these listeners came, and they actually have their own D&D group, and they all signed a sympathy card for me.
What? Oh, yeah. I'm
was
looking
very-
at this
And
now.
it's a real sympathy card, and on the envelope it says, "So sorry for your loss," and then inside, it's your typical dead grandma card. Thinking of you with heartfelt sympathy. It's never easy to say goodbye and let go of that hand. That's kind of perfect. It's never easy to bid farewell to someone who is so dear to you. In your sorrow, may it help to know that there are many who care and share your grief. That's the thing that was written in there. And then they signed it, Pax Stone Shadow Bissingulp. Sorry for your loss, Paula. A little heart. I killed her, that's okay, right? Amarth will live on. Boogar, the Goblin Sorcerer. Boogar.
Right on.
Nice name, Boogar.
Boogar.
And then Becky Dagley wrote, he's breaking angels' necks in heaven. And that made me laugh.
Becky Dagley is a great name.
Yeah, and then Dave Dagley said, Amarth will live on in all our hearts. It was very sweet. They were super
That's
nice.
very sweet of them. And
Oh, that's the one. Stay Gold. Yeah. Oh, it's got Phil Hartman. And
Phil Hartman,
fucking
Slimer,
Slimer.
a dog. I don't know if that's Sounder. I don't know who that is.
It's arguable that Slimer
Old
is
Yeller?
not dead.
Well,
And,
Slimer's been dead. He was there.
Not Pony.
Yeah,
He's already
of
dead.
course, but like as an entity, he's
He's conscious and
He's on.
he's a conscious ent. Yeah.
that's a very nice card that you enjoyed. I think also it's funny that Amarth would have wiped his ass with the sentiments.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
On
but
the
for
way
me,
down.
For me, I loved it. It was really nice.
Yes, it would comforted you.
And maybe they gave me weed while I was there. Maybe.
You're all under arrest. Stay in your house. I'm sending somebody over.
Thanks, people who we just name checked.
I said maybe. And donor shout-outs for this week. We've got Benjamin D. Burnson to Nerd Poker.
Fourth
and
level gnome.
Joseph Wittowner also donated to our show, to Nerd Poker.
8th level magic user.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Very cool.
It's a drawing of you falling off the rope.
Another drawing.
That's fucking great.
I know.
Yeah, man, the stuff on the forums, you guys are amazing, man. And
We're passing.
It's flattering. It's
we're
very
passing
cool.
a tabblet around. Looking
I just
want
to see what people think of that the inside of that thing looks like. That's pretty much right. It's like
It looks like the stretching room in the Haunted Mansion.
Sir Richard has decided to become a living tribute to Amarth by going and fetching his magical armor.
Whoa. Don't tell me while I'm in here. That's the thing. So I'm going to leave in a minute. Should I leave now or
yeah, I think so.
You should leave as soon as possible.
I think your
so do the
business
wrap
here
up.
is-
We know, part of the wrap up. I'm dead, but we'll let Sark continue with
I
the
think
wrap
so.
up.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll see you this week. Maybe next episode.
For right now, Brian's gonna go sit out in the lobby
Power nap.
through.
I'm
yeah.
going to sleep the shit out of that couch.
he's going to be rubbing one out to Vin Diesel on those weird stilt legs.
Oh, speaking of Vin Diesel, people ask about what's going on with that. It's, sort of dead. We have some inroads to him. Hopefully, when he's able to, we can get him over here. But
he's very busy. He's cast as the lead in 50 Shades of Grey.
But we are still trying, and I still think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Can't we just get Adomian back in here and just say we have him?
Do we ask
could
him
do
if
it.
he could do Vin Diesel? He probably could.
You could do everybody.
I can fake it. If you really need it.
Really good.
That was good.
Pretty good.
That was good.
Let's hear a full sentence though before we start.
It's the only one I got. You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Oh shit.
I gotta apologize. I came back from
that
New
was
York
funny.
with Concrete, so I'm gonna sound like.
So I'm going to roll out. But
All right.
thanks for all the Amarth love, everybody. And hope you like my new guy. And I hope Jerry fucking hates my new guy.
I think
He's kind of been...
Chances are he will.
Is he adorkable?
Well, I think
No.
I mean Jerry hates anybody that you've rolled up, but since you've rolled this guy up specifically to make Jerry hate him, I think it's not going to be a problem.
I think it might backfire. That might be one of those things where now Jerry's gonna actually willfully
Jerry is
love
cracking
him.
his knuckles like he's about to punch someone in real life
Yeah,
right now.
but
He's
what would-
already stressed about this.
What would annoy Brian more? It would be for Jerry to love and embrace his
That's true.
character.
That would annoy me.
So,
All right. I'll see you guys.
Let's see
the
if
game
we'll see
is
if
afoot.
yeah, we'll
me
see if
outside.
Jerry's up to the task. Yeah, so for now, Brian's going to step out, sit out in the little lobby, and we'll bang on this window that separates us if the group reunites here.
I wanted to like bang on the window like Jack Lemmon in China Syndrome.
All right,
it
we've
also
been
should-
waiting for 50 weeks to talk about this guy.
Yeah.
you can
What
kind
the-
of hear everything out there.
What the fuck?
Fucking Brian.
Oh shit. Fucking Brian.
What's up with that guy?
Yeah,
Now
this
Sylvester
fucking
Stallone
guy.
is here.
Is that that fucking Brian?
So it's
Wait. Scott's trying,
Oh, yeah,
so
here
we got to make sure we
hold
give
on.
him the floor because
Yeah,
Hold
come
on,
out to the coast. We'll have some fun.
I need
Let me get
Little
in this
sip.
tube. Then I'll say
that
my
was
line.
Ken and that was Jerry, and now here is Scott.
There we go. You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
For someone so imaginative and
Yeah.
creative, it all just ends before it gets
I
to your
sound
vocal
like the
cords, doesn't
retarded
it?
stone giant in Neverending Story.
Can I give it a shot?
Damn,
Give it a
yeah.
shot?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
This is my Vin Diesel. Let's see if I can. You're not afraid of the dark, are you? You're not afraid of the dark, are you? I'm afraid of the dark.
With the neck movement, too? Is that...
Well, I'm looking for Judd Hirsch. He's supposed to be my ride.
It should also be mentioned before we start that the table is littered with second edition books right now. We've basically 90% converted. So everyone's got their sheets. And we can...
Now the Christopher Lloyd voice would be very appropriate.
Yeah.
As we-
Marty, we gotta get back to second edition. It's your parents. They rolled up a couple of warlocks. Hey, Gary Gygax! It's me, your cousin, Jim Gygax! I'm at this party where these guys are playing a crazy game! Here, listen to this over the phone! I knew it was bullshit because he was wearing a digital watch.
So it's pretty much the conversion is done, and I think once we get Brian's new character that he's working on rolled in, we'll sort of maybe break down any of the differences. They're pretty much the same. If there was something in fourth that doesn't exist natively in second, we just made it up. For example, Barth's breath weapon, we just sort of translated the damage approximately,
the gift
considering
of
that
Muhammad.
hit points are
Well,
lower,
I guess
damage
not
is
this
lower
far
in
breath,
second, so...
It's something that we used because there was lots of fourth stuff that we just never.
Yeah.
Yeah, so things like 4th edition warrior, I forget what they're called, abilities, the feats, those are just gone. Now,
Yeah.
now
You
you
have to
have your
describe what
weapon
we do.
proficiencies,
Yeah.
and you'll describe what you, If you want to make a special attack, it's on you to,
I also had 43 hit points in 4th edition, and I only have 13 in
Yeah.
2nd
Oh, yeah.
edition.
Yeah, the hit points are rolled up a little differently.
I have completely different spells.
But everything's more fragile, and everything does less damage, so it's all sort of relative.
And people
I
got
think
more
that's about it.
specialized, right? Like,
Yeah, so another thing, like we'll really go into like specifics once we get everyone together.
sorry.
But it's a good thing to note, because I think a lot of people have no idea and probably don't really care how Dungeons and Dragons works that listen to this. But one of the things that we did do is we pulled the 2nd edition proficiencies. So all the characters now have a list of non-weapon proficiencies. Examples of these would be like dancing.
well, we transferred
Endurance.
our skills. Tried to transfer our skills, our trained skills.
Your 4th
over,
skills
but yeah.
over to the
They don't really
equivalent.
match.
Some of them lined up,
Some
some of them didn't. But now the 2nd edition characters have these non-weapon proficiencies as well as weapon proficiencies. So, which in their own way, now that I've been going back and looking at these, some of 2nd edition is obviously old and a little clunky, and we're just familiar with it. But some of it is actually elegant in its.
Yeah, I like
In
not
its
having to roll
simplicity.
a modifier every time
Yeah.
to attack and
Simplicity.
whatever.
Or
You
world
tell 'em,
building.
Vin.
Some of the way the shit is distributed between players and DM's guide is in a lot of cases it's just fucking baffling. But whatever, it's old. It's old and the books are nice, and at this point the pages are like yellow. They look like parchment in our books,
Yeah.
which is nice. Should we
do
we
it.
play the role?
Yeah.
All right, so we left off on this interminable tower crawl. We've been navigating through these towers. It feels like forever. Someone was saying it's like elevators and dragons now, but I think that you guys there's a sense of an impending pivotal point coming up here. So you basically have been navigating your way back to the top of this tower as it escapes. It's rocketing away from the surface of the planet, the corpse planet, and you guys managed to dock with it, board it, and then you've been ascending to get to the top in hopes of confronting this old necromancer who seems to be the brains of the operation and shutting his business down forever. In the middle of that ascent, though, actually near the top of it, Amarth had the unfortunate series of events that led to his demise, where he slipped off of a real mundane rope climb and fell 200 feet.
And just missed all his checks.
Someone, actually looking at the forum, someone wrote a nice limerick in tribute to Amarth.
Wait, who is it? Who's the author?
And the Argonauts.
Okay.
Probably his name is Jason. Goliath Amarth Amon died. 6 grabs unsuccessfully tried to arrest his descent, but he went and got bent. Now off the rail he must be pried.
Wow, 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 wow.
True dat. And the Argonauts. Yeah, so Amarth basically slipped, fell, and failed every attempt to try and regain control, and eventually did exactly that. He wrapped himself around a hand railing 200 feet below where you were at. So
that Gerry was a race car driver.
Now we sort of had left off right about there after that
How
appalling
close are we to the top of this thing?
event. Two more climbs.
I like that.
But I know Sir Richard wanted to do some
He's far though.
some retrieval.
200. Would a levitate spell get us down there and back?
Well, I thought maybe
We're sending Stargoyle to suck
Blackie
him
or
up.
Stargoyle could go get his
Like a little
but I don't think
Black-and-Decker,
they can't carry his body. It's too heavy.
So Stargoyle won't be able to lift anything because he's not a load bearer. You can't bring
Can
a
you
Marth
suck him
up.
in
You
anywhere?
could strip a Marth.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh, I like
Make him
that.
take his clothes off his body and then
this
Took
was
the
this
clothes
was
off
something
his
that I had asked earlier, I think, when we weren't playing, but would it be possible for Stargoyle to eat a Marth's soul, but keep it sort of in his mouth, maybe? And then
And not chew it.
And then what we do is, keep it like in a hamster pouch kind of a thing. Maybe you pinch off a little pocket universe in his mouth. And
Blow it
then
into one of the bodies or
yeah,
something.
and we find the biggest badass body that we can find hanging from these tubes, and we have Stargoyle shit his soul into that body.
That
I think his soul is gone,
That would be
right?
epic. That's
Probably
the
got
one. The
But
one
how do you
thing.
extract
blasted
the
out
soul?
of his body.
There's two things there. There's two thoughts that I have because your logic
have
is
a
sound,
thought.
and I like where Blackie's head is at
It's
here.
against God.
But it's
Richard has a little problem with
Yeah.
it.
but it's for a
but you'll
monk.
go take his armor.
So whatever happened or whatever went
it
on
was
with
a gift from Bahamut.
Right.
It's technically Richard's already.
Won't take his soul, but will strip his body of its
Yeah,
armor.
I mean, Bahamut saved all your lives, so
Right.
sort of all your lives belong to Sir Richard too.
I bet the soul was pretty much vomited into heaven the second that he wrapped himself around that pole, right? It
Yeah,
just kinda
his soul
shot out of
probably
him,
wrapped
like-
itself around a hand railing
Let's
in
be
heaven.
honest.
Okay.
He may not be in it.
No, but the
He may not have a
two
soul.
thoughts there were
Also true.
that whatever the had caused the souls in this place to even be like sort of tangible didn't get processed like that. So his soul was as invisible as
Ew, you mean these souls are processed?
yeah.
Oh my god, that's why my gluten allergy's been so weird. I had a weird headache the whole time we've been in this weird structure. It's totally because these souls are full of gluten.
And the other thing is you could try that would be worth trying if the soul was somehow accessible with Stargoyle, but so far Stargoyle in his own little tiny way traveling into the innards of Stargoyle is a one-way trip so far. We haven't seen anything be able to come back out of that tiny little black hole.
It's like B. Arthur's dressing room.
So if someone
You're not
for
coming
now-
out, Sonny.
Yeah.
so the choices are, I mean, Sir Richard, do you really want to go I mean, it's a while. It's a climb right down. So you'd have to be.
Well, Blackie can zip down.
I can
Right.
I can
Blackie
go down
can.
there. Yeah,
Why
I can go down.
Why don't you
And
go down
He
there?
can come up
strip
with
the armor?
everything but Amarth.
You're gonna take his
Listen.
armor.
I think
Because your spell lasts for a while. Levitation.
I think
so.
this is what Amarth would want us to do, would be to strip his body naked.
Then shit on his
Leave.
corpse.
Jerry
Shit on
can't
his
even
naked
say
corpse.
this without laughing.
No, really though, that's magical. That's super crazy magical armor that will shape to a warrior.
Yeah.
True.
So I'm gonna go down.
Blackie, will you
Yeah,
go down and
I'm
get
yeah,
it?
gonna-
you guys. There's nothing. I don't feel weird about it at all. My conscience doesn't feel strange.
He had-
And also lick his corpse clean.
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna fuck it.
Put
gonna fuck it hard.
pennies on his
Fuck it, lick
eyelids.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make so much slash fiction
Yeah.
with
This
with
is
Amarth's
the-
Cut off
Yeah.
his dick, put it in his own
Draw,
mouth.
no, just draw a
I
dick.
take two
yeah.
No
coins.
one has ever presented themselves more than Amarth is presenting himself right now. He's gaping.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
I'm gonna take 2 coins.
A Mirth goatee.
I'm gonna bless them.
in this
Okay.
month's
With the-
barbarian
with the-
corpse.
I'm gonna call to Bahamut to bless the coins. I'm
Okay.
gonna give them to Blackie to put on his eyes.
Okay.
Okay, I won't actually be fucking him, but later in the van we'll joke about it. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna make as many quick trips as I can. I'm gonna strip it off up and down to these guys, and then I'm gonna lay the little coins on his eyes and say, "Hey, thanks, Amarth. You were good at being big."
He didn't poop when he hit the rail, did he?
If he did, it went straight back up in the air and it's falling down into the.
There's also a lovely drawing
I hope-
of that where his
I hope
spine
the-
is sticking out of his
hope-
back and it's folded in
Yeah.
two.
I
this
hope,
whole-
I hope the old man was expecting to eat a soul, but like a Marth's poop log came up.
Right. Yeah.
No.
This place looks
Whoever,
like a
whoever
Jackson-
drew the got it nailed it. Whoever drew the sort of animated cartoony version with Amarth, his head is literally between his knees. He is bent in half like a giant barbarian origami. So they nailed it. That was it. His spine is shattered out of his back, but
He stuck the landing.
so now are you guys gonna do? I mean, as your friend, not as your DM. It could be awesome to burn his body up, Viking style. You know.
should I grab it and bring it up? That might take a couple trips.
Or maybe just set it on fire where it's.
Those little bodies that we'd have to
Yeah, I
have.
mean, I can't reach to
kindling and-
blow on him, but
Okay.
Hey, do you
You've
have
got
any?
magic missiles.
Ken
I
would
do
like
have-
to blow on the corpse right now before anything
Well,
else.
I was gonna say we put oil all over his body
Yeah.
and then light it on fire,
Let's
but then
do
that
it.
sounds sexual too. Then now we're getting
No,
into
no,
like
no.
But
Oil,
massage him with oil.
Yes, oil the body.
oil his nude
And
body.
Ken will blow on
I'll
it.
just blow on it.
right,
But
blow
you
gently
can't heft the body up.
and then
Right.
shoot it with a flaming
So
arrow.
you just
Right.
got to take. Yeah, you got to take oil down, shoot it with an arrow, or magic missile
We
it.
don't have any oil. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think we do either.
I'm just gonna.
You could just put coins on his eyes and magic missile his face.
I'm gonna put coins on his eyes,
God.
and there's got to be some fabric involved down here.
I want this to get super graphic.
I'm just gonna wrap it around his
got
wrap
lots
it
of
around his
extra
head,
robes.
Okay.
so that it'll just look like a match head with glowing
burn from
coins
the head down.
behind it.
Right. Okay. All right. So all of this, it takes just a few minutes. A few minutes travel time and a few minutes of unstrapping the surprisingly light magical Bahamut armor that he wore and shuttling it back up. So you have everything now that he carried. And then you
Cue Carly Simon.
lug his body over onto the floor, puts the Bahamut coins on his eyes. You wrapped his head up, and then you magic missiled him in the face, right? Just like I wanted.
Yes. He's not listening. He's lost.
Can
Carly.
you want me to try on the armor? Does anyone else want the armor?
I'm all right. Go ahead. 'Cause I have
My
some.
armor has the shield.
Oh, you have the
attached.
shield
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
yours is pretty specific.
I have the extra scale armor on top
Yeah.
of my natural.
So technically, it's the same defense-wise as yours. Your current
Well, let's just hang on.
plus
to
one chain. It just has the added benefit of being able to fit
Can we put it on
A
giant?
giant.
Oh, yeah, or a tiny person, right? It could,
Or a tiny person,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or a tiny black hole?
But will it even work with our current armor
no, we can't double up,
configurations?
right?
Right. Yeah. Well, yours no, and yours you could, but
'cause
it would
it's just
just
the
it would just be a lateral move power wise. So
All right. Well, we'll take the armor. We'll put it. Any one of us can carry it on our backs, and maybe we'll meet a giant-sized creature to throw it on,
Or a tiny-sized creature.
or a tiny person. Hey, let's
Or you
take a quick break,
okay.
and the adventure will continue when we come right back.
And your calls.
Go ahead, Kansas. You're on the air.
Hi, Jerry. Hey, listen, I've been listening to this nerd poker thing, and
Yes?
I'm trying to figure out a way to tie it to local education issues.
Good question, Mr. Sark.
Oh, it's not really a question.
Yeah, I just turned the radio off. That's what that was.
I like that Kansas accent.
Yeah, that.
We're a room of 4 voices.
It's like Fred Travellino.
All right,
Rick's
so you've got all his
extremely
gear, and he is neatly burning.
Yeah, he's got the
Several-
match head going. The
several
coins are
floors
glowing.
down. Yep.
Now,
Okay, let's get us-
let's get upstairs.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I take a couple of selfies with it.
So,
Use a pretty filter on that.
you
That's
can you're lifting
He's
the
an old
rope,
Hasselblad.
and if you're not, you're spider climbing it.
You know what? I have well, I can levitate,
Yeah.
and I also have a fly spell at this point. If I'm
You're
leveled
just
up,
bragging now.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
I'm
You
just-
have a high
throwing-
charisma, don't you?
I do. I mean, in second edition, it's only 18, but 18 is as high as it gets. I guess that's what I understand.
All right, so it's only
I have
fair.
an 1800 charisma.
Let's see that we roll some. I hope no one falls off the rope right now.
Me too.
We weren't at the top yet when we
No,
stopped?
not quite.
Okay.
We're like one more thing.
Not
up.
quite, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's roll. You've had a little bit of rest here. Let's roll some strength checks. Blackie, you don't need this because you are upwardly mobile.
Yes,
And
I like what you did there.
and
In my sorry.
the rest of you guys. Oh,
Well,
go
in my,
ahead.
I was gonna say in my switch over, there was no athletics equivalent for skills, and so I picked rope use as my.
Oh wow.
As did I,
So-
cleverly.
Yeah.
I also picked
There
swimming
we
too.
go.
No,
so I'm
I
a
have
swim
never
rope
had
using.
a character that didn't have rope use.
I love
Right?
rope use.
Yeah.
The best.
All right.
Of course.
You know, if
Throw
I
a
can also
lasso.
I
So
can
that
also
might-
give people piggyback rides. Probably, maybe her.
Yeah, if I'd had it
That's
then, I could have lassoed Brian.
True. Because you
I'm
have
gonna
a
put Brian's corpse where we might fall, just in case.
We're gonna
So you have something to land on.
Yeah, in case you have to do a Jason Bourne on the bottom floor. Slap it as you hit. That takes off a couple extra ounces worth of pressure.
I'm gonna
That
get
guy
out of the
broke our
elevator.
fall.
As it tumbles.
Okay, so rope use. What was the stat associated with rope use? We'll look
I
it up
believe
here.
it's Dex.
Yeah, it's probably Dex, but
I believe that's.
I can check.
I'm flashing back to Mitsuki Knox, my detective fighter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. You know what I miss about Mitsuki Knox was you kept a notebook full of details of what we were doing and what we had done,
yeah.
so that we knew what we were doing and what we had to do.
In that campaign, it came in useful too because we had all those islands and we were warping back and forth. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there's
had
a lot of shit to keep
there was
track
a
of.
wow,
lot of
it's
shit.
actually in the description of rope use specifically. It says character gains a +2 bonus to all attacks made with a lasso. So that is going to come in
Love
handy.
it.
But then
Yeah,
also,
it's pretty
Wonder Woman.
character also receives a 10% bonus to all climbing checks made while he is using a rope, including attempts to belay, secure the end of a climbing rope companions.
What if I'm lowering the lotion down to a...
that actually that actually fits nicely because it's almost as if so much rope climbing has taught you the ways of the rope. By the time you get to
love
the
that
top
movie.
of this thing, you are rope pros.
That's what Tim Conway, wasn't it?
Okay, so then
So it's not very much of a boost.
just FYI,
I mean-
weather report on Brian. This
Oh, yeah.
is the one game that he has not fallen asleep. He's outside reading that.
outside reading.
Oh, man.
I am never gonna get to slap
finally
him.
a game. Yeah, that he's
Yeah, I
not.
can't believe he's actually awake.
He finds that gentleman's
actually awake.
magazine more entertaining.
He's
It's
like,
like a lens
horizontal
end.
and
It's like
awake.
a
He's
lens
laying
end
down. He's got a
comment.
boner.
Fast Company is a good magazine, though.
He's reading it like he's in a commercial. Like, no one who reads like
Meanwhile,
He's
in
reading
the
like a
late
casual
90s,
dad.
yeah, he totally is.
Jeez. Oh, there we go. Yep. Yeah, we're getting a picture for you guys.
Let's go out there and draw dicks on his face,
all right.
even though he's awake.
I'm gonna draw a face on his dick.
Okay, let's go.
roll. Yeah,
Let's
here we go. Let's roll. Percent. Let's get your
Face, a screaming face.
Quick, get it tattooed while I'm still
Vomiting
drunk.
face.
strength checks. We'll translate your plus 10% to that. So the plus 10% is a plus 2 to your strength check. So I think some of you are just going to be.
I won't fail that.
Yeah, you won't.
Oh, you can't
won't.
fail it. I might.
You have a
That's all
really
right.
out. What's your second edition Mildred strength there?
14.
14. All right.
If you want, I could tie off to you.
That sounds
I would
wrong.
do some.
I think we're all, aren't we all? Oh, no, we weren't. We
I
must not
can't
have
fail
been.
either.
Yeah, you two are.
Yeah, why don't we blade
I cannot
up,
fail.
right? We'll tie
We'll both
everybody
hang
to.
on to you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah, and so one line to her from me, one line to her from you. That way, we split the hurt.
Do you have
if
the
she
order that we
fails.
were in?
Yeah.
Well, it could be different on this rope. I
Okay.
mean,
All right. Okay,
I'm
so-
wondering if you even need to roll because these motherfucking
We're super strong. at
Mr.
super,
Olympiads.
rope.
Okay,
could
so I
just,
don't.
You could
Or
just
do?
go limp and they could drag you
Sarah's
up.
Well, won't it be more fun if I do roll
Yeah,
them?
I think it would be.
You wanted to roll.
Wait, 8.
I failed it.
No, because you get plus 2.
Yeah, 18
Oh,
plus
yeah.
2. So I failed it.
That's amazing. All right. Well, luckily
Good thing we're hanging
you
on.
have more safety rope. Yeah, you look like Spider-Man just rescued you. There's ropes attached to everyone.
It's like Circus of the Stars.
Whee! I do like a spinning twirl.
I'm sort of floating
I'm
around
starting
next
to
to
feel
these
like
guys
my-
like a lifeguard.
My odds are terrible here. All right, so yeah, it's you slip, but you were able to re-grab the rope, and generally you guys barely even notice, and the three of you clamber up this next rope. Roll one more time, Sarah, just for. All right, yeah, so that
11.
one's easy. Okay, so you climb up the last 2 floors. The floor, the first one that you climb, you get to a landing. I'm assuming you're just going to immediately set up the next climb.
Yes.
You don't see anything here unusual that you haven't seen a million times before at this point. It's the landing. There's a door probably leading into dark hallways filled with shitty art. You set up the next climb. This one goes perfectly, and you end up on the top landing available. So now you're a couple stories of wall vertically beneath what looks like sort of the wrecked machinery, the soul processing gear that marked the top of the sort of pit, and that also marked the area right below, once you guys had worked your way around there, right below the control room spot. So
And also
somewhere-
Fred Durst's house.
you're getting back up close to the lens room and the crystal,
Throne, yeah.
the crystal throne room, and all that. The assumption is that this is going to be where somewhere in this vicinity will be where the ship's being controlled from, and you guys are looking for the old man because you want to put something sharp into his head.
I'm gonna hold out some old man treats. See if he comes a running.
Werther's.
I was going to say Werther's.
Old men love Werther's.
man.
In
Okay,
one hand,
so-
I
I
have
don't know.
Dick
Do
pills.
those commercials don't exist anymore, do they?
Werther's? The candy exists.
With like the old, yeah, but the old guy. I mean, is that even a reference that?
Some old dude
you know what I'm
slipping it
saying?
between his
Yeah.
gums.
Are you worried about a reference being old on this show?
No, I just all of a sudden thought, oh, I haven't seen one of those commercials.
I haven't seen
in a
one in a
long
Why am I
while.
time.
laughing at that?
I don't know if but Werther's may not. They may not give a shit. They're like,
They're delicious.
we don't need. Yeah,
They're tasty. They're buttery.
Okay,
Butter.
so
They're buttery and
Delicious
sweet.
sweet butter.
you're
Fucking love them.
Yeah.
presented with
Fucking Werther's.
Ken as the old man in the Werther's commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Cranking it on WertherHub.com.
I like to squeeze them between my balls.
No,
And
now
then
there's
Ruth
a
Buzzy
visual.
hits you with a purse.
Yeah. Hey, baby, you want a boogie?
Look it up in your Funkin' Wagnalls.
All right, so
Funkin' Wagnalls was a dictionary in the late 20th century.
you have the door nearest you, and you have the series of other doors scattered around the ring. If you wanted to randomly, it's completely arbitrary at this
I
point.
said we start checking
but,
doors.
The nearest door, cracking it open.
No, I kick it open.
No,
Shit.
you kick it
I'm
open.
trying to release some rage about the loss of
got
art
it.
that really felt like.
And slipping when you were climbing, too.
No, that was just fun because I was attached to you guys.
Opa!
Thanks for that idea.
So wait, roll a strength. Roll a d20 right now. It's just for drama. Yeah, you make that easy. All right,
You
so
just
you
like to see me fail.
No, I want to see you succeed hard. I love watching hard success. Yeah, so you kick the door and it
With Vin Diesel.
Yeah, it explodes off the hinges and slides down the hallway
Kicked that door
inside.
right off the
He always has a bunch of Werthers in his mouth, and that's why he's so.
got something going.
Yeah, he's sucking on like 3 buttery Werthers at one time.
Looking into this hallway, you see that let me look at my map. Hold on. There's all these maps with notes "totally not a dick" written next to it. Okay, so you look down this hall, and this hall is it runs about 50 feet down. It ends in a T intersection, and there is one door on either side of the hallway between you and that T intersection. There's none of the art. This is sort of similar to the more posh sort of vibe that you felt when you were up near
The other
Control
tower?
Center. Yeah.
Should we just quickly check the doors?
I don't remember the layout at all of the other one.
So what was our other option outside? There was one more door, you said?
No, it's
No.
like going all the way around the ring. Yeah.
And then we couldn't go up anymore?
No, not from here.
Well, then we might as well let's just keep trying the doors, and unless someone has a.
X-ray vision.
Did anyone pick direction sense as one of their proficiencies?
Oh, I have navigation.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, let's read what navigation does real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Should have kept the pit open.
This will be something we do too, because we just transferred these.
Uh-oh.
We'll write page numbers.
Sorry.
It's for
You should have read about it before you. Yeah, direction sense.
for
I think is
star
for
charts.
the character has learned the art of navigating by the stars.
Like the choices
Although
weren't
that'll
that
be
good.
helpful later. Studying
Yeah.
currents and watching for telltale signs of land,
Yeah.
reefs, and hidden danger.
Oh.
Then it says,
Hidden
okay,
danger.
understatement. This is not particularly useful on land. Oh,
We're not on land. We're in
Hey,
the stars.
second edition.
Yeah. Or in
Sass
another
mouth.
galaxy.
I love that the
Let's
next
go back to 4th edition.
the one listed after that is pottery. I kind of wish I had picked that.
Right.
I love that weird shit.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Pottery
I told you I
and-
want to pick cobbler.
But yeah. Figuring out how to
Cobbling.
work
Yeah.
that into your character is always fun.
Cooperage.
All right, so looking down this hallway, you're looking. You've got the 2 doors on
So,
either
yeah, let's
side
just
and the
start-
T intersection.
Let's just start opening doors. Let's.
All right, so you move down this hallway. You peek in each of the 2 doors. The room on the right is filled with chairs. You haven't seen anything like this. Almost like a theater. They're all facing one wall,
Is there
and on
gonna-
the wall
Is there going to be a bar mitzvah later?
on the
You're
wall
on next.
in
What do you
the
want me to
back-
say about you?
Russell Simmons has a show here every Friday.
On the wall in the back, there's a lens. So it looks almost like it could be some type of projection room or something, But it's dark.
Wait, they're showing the
What are
room.
they?
It's dark at the yeah.
Bring your spoons. Scotchka.
Hello, doggy.
Holy shit. The room. We've been to the room many times.
Yeah.
here in
So
LA.
good.
It is a treat.
Hi, Denny.
So it looks like a projection room, but nothing's going on right now.
You're tearing me
Everything's dark.
apart, Lisa.
Across the hall, the room across the hall.
I have cancer.
Oh, I forgot about I have cancer.
No. Okay, so the room across the hall, it has it's also a little bit different. It's a circular room, and in the center of this room, there's what looks like a fountain, or it could be a fountain, but it's dry. There's no water running.
They're cleaning all the pennies out.
And there's like a sort of a shower head series of holes in the ceiling right above where the fountain's at, so it looks like whatever runs decoratively down this little sculpture comes out of the ceiling.
The oil things with the dripping oils.
Yeah.
Don't touch it and then touch the furniture. You're dead meat, mister. Sorry, I'm a Philly housewife all of a sudden.
Yeah, but nothing...
Plumbing proficiency?
Yeah, plumbing.
Duct work or... Oh, do you want to try to shoot your laser up that lens?
I was thinking about
projection or behind the projection lens?
And let them know we're here?
I think
they know. Yeah.
We fucked up this whole place already.
Yeah.
Why
For
not?
sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is that
would.
Okay, all right. So you go back into the projection room.
Yeah.
Let me roll. So right now, this is Sir Richard. He's got his gauntlet of Bahamut, so it looks like Iron Man's hand, sort of. He's going to fire this beam of light up into the lens, hoping to fry whatever's on the other end. But I roll a percentile dice to see if he even gets it right, because it's just sort of random whether or not he gets the positioning right to determine whether or not anything happens. Most likely nothing happens. There's really no way for Sir Richard to tell. There's a chance that he gets like a room-wide fry, and there's also a chance that he gets a really sharp, focused beam.
You guys may want to step out of the room.
Oh, yeah.
Goggles, everyone.
Oh, for sure.
It won't affect most likely it won't affect your room. It hasn't yet.
Who knows?
But
Why don't you just step out anyway?
it's probably good.
It's basically like a handful of wave motion gun.
Right. Yes. All right. So now I've rolled to see if you succeed, what effect it'll have. So go ahead and roll your d20. That is...
Ow, my toe.
An 11.
All right. So that's a success.
Yeah.
So there's the flash of light from the room.
Oh, you
And-
blinked. We have to take another one.
Oh, no. You don't need to roll damage.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Whatever happens, either happened or didn't. You won't know.
Very well. Can we
Let's tear down the wall.
let's knock the lens out.
Okay. Smash. Crash.
Anything on the other side?
Just like you can see another beveled lens back there. It looks like it goes into another network of...
All right.
Bullshit.
Let's keep going down the hall and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Down the hall.
So you go down the hall. There's the T intersection. You turn left or right. To the right, there's stairs leading up. To the left, the tunnel just sort of curves out of sight, following the sort of
Upstairs.
curvature of the tower. All right.
Upstairs.
You move up the stairs. About approximately, it feels like you're approximately at the height of where you should be, if you want to get to the control room. And as the stairwell sort of stops, you're cautiously peeking your head up above floor level, making sure the hall is clear. And you see that the stairs are actually ending in a chamber that looks like it's not quite at control room height. It's a little below. This room actually, you can see through like some sort of slits in the wall and some...
Projection?
No, you're actually on the level. It looks like either a maintenance area for the machinery that was below the control room or some type of operating room. But on the other end of the hall, or on the other end of this room, there's another opening, and you see stairs continuing up. So it looks like you should be able to get up to the control room from here.
Let's head up.
Looking through the wall here, yeah, you can just see you're looking out into... You can actually see down to where you were on the catwalks and the busted, soul machinery here, so...
Let's get it.
Moving up these stairs... These stairs end, and you can see as soon as you sort of get positioned so you can see up the flight of stairs properly, they end in a big set of double doors that that look very familiar to you. So you're positive that on the other side of these double doors is the sort of the security camera lens chamber.
Let's
Here we go. Stack
get
up
ready to-
stack up 2 by 2.
All right.
I mean, he wasn't in there last time.
I know.
So
If he's escaping on the ship, and the other thing that I should remind you,
There was a
sometimes there's
dimensional aspect to those windows. We think where we obviously were
Yes, he
seeing
looked
him
through
in
one and
right,
saw something else. And,
Right. The other thing is that you did feel like a jump might have happened. So the assumption that he's on this ship somewhere is probably pretty sound, at least when it left. So, and you also are not anywhere near where you were in space, probably at this point, if your gut was telling
deal
the
with
truth.
one problem at a time.
Yeah. So you guys stack up like
Open
Rainbow
door.
Six on
Breach
this
and
door.
clear.
Go, let's
Breach and
go.
clear. All right.
yeah.
So moving into the room, expecting the worst, you move in, and in this room you don't see anything moving enemy-wise. However, all the lenses are like lit up. So you see this. We were joking about how it looks like the architect's room in the Matrix. It's sort of like that. So you can see scenes playing out. It's the same as it was. I mean, you could see all
On
these
the ship or elsewhere too.
all over.
All
so,
over.
and not only are they all visible like they were, but it's like hyperactive. So it's just scenes of playing out on 100 lenses. You can see scenes on worlds that you've never seen, worlds that look familiar at a glance. Scenes of chaos and war, and
Is there a screen of from heaven of a Marth strangling some angels at the gate because he's not on the list?
no, you don't see. You don't see much.
Do any of us see our worlds?
Yeah.
Or ourselves.
Well, hold
Yeah.
on. Before you scour the lenses, because that'll take a minute. There's a bunch of them. You'll have to.
A lot of them are
stop.
just Breaking Bad.
Ooh, I like that show.
But also
Here it's very
through the sort of the big paneled window, you can see from here. You remember you could see into the crystal throne room. However, it's obliterated from when you guys
I like
last
that.
visited.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's the crystal is shattered and the throne is all fucked up. The old man is not to be seen in there. However, you haven't fully, on any of your trips yet up to this point of the tower, fully explored this level. But from here, it doesn't look like he's here. The most intriguing thing at the moment is the door that you, or the equivalent of the door that you saw the old man come out of when he entered the chamber, remember? And you watched him sort of sit down. You haven't been out through that side of this room yet. And then, all the scenes of chaos playing out on the crystals. So, you guys...
We need to stack up on the door that we haven't been in yet.
Well, let's look for our worlds and then go to that door.
But before we do that,
Yeah. Okay. So you guys start to examine these lenses, and the first one of you to find something that looks familiar is probably the one of you whose homeworld is most iconic. But we're gonna have to wait till next week.
What?
I seek
To find
I
out.
seek Linishmore.
I don't know, Jerry.
That went so
I
fast.
don't know.
That's the end of this episode. We have.
That's right. We have to close it out for Brian.
We have
'cause-
to close it
Brian.
out. This. Thank you for listening to Nerd Poker
He's asleep on the
With friends.
Dungeon.
I know, if he was in here, I could slap him.
with Nerd Poker with friends. We're the friends.
He's sleeping on his side like a giant
He did fall
stone
asleep.
ogre baby.
At least the butt is pointed not in the business direction towards us.
I wish I had an 8-foot model of a bridge because I would go out there and put it over him and then take a picture of him like a sleeping ogre.
Listen, tune in next week. Will we survive? Will we see Glenishmore? I hope so. Will we meet a new character? Or will we all die?
And your calls.
And finally your calls. Thanks for listening.
All right, later, you guys.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com